Hello and welcome back I said back, this is the start of the stream. Welcome to Tales from the Backlog. Uh, Yet another extra episode featuring EZDeath6 and its creator, DM Scotty, over there. I always get confused by the directions. Uh, Tonight we are running a brand new in development play test. Hi, Meredith. And Scotty, why don't you tell us about this playset?
Yes, this is just a new little place that I've done. I did a module way back called A Weirdly Strange Night of Terror, and it's very similar. I've expanded the rules a little bit from that, but the rules are very, very light, even lighter than EZD6. Because basically, these people have chosen a few inclinations, and they've chosen a name and an occupation and some aspects, and that's it. That's all they have, right? Um, Also, the change from regular EZD6 is you don't have karma. They do have, I call it the oh shit or the oh crap die, which is the hero die, which they have one reroll for the session, but they don't have karma. So because I don't think of this genre as being that heroic, right? This is survival horror. So what you do instead is get stress. So you can take stress, and when you take 3 stress to modify your dice, you take a strike on your character of the 3 strikes and lose the stress. All right. So it's very dangerous to use the stress, but you may want to you may want to take for a third strike or a third stress and take a strike because the result of taking a strike may be worse, maybe less worse than what's going to happen to you, right? Maybe better than the horrible fate that's going to befall you and kill you. It's better to lose one strike than to lose it all, right? So but that's the thing with it. You're helping yourself through taking stress, but you're also killing yourself at the same time, so stressing yourself out. So I think it's a fun mechanic and totally fits with this kind of easy. I'm calling it EZDeath6. So that's it. That's all there is to it, and we're gonna have fun tonight. Yeah.
I'd like to point out you wrote last chance die in the document, but
Oh yes.
oh
Yeah.
oh shit die is better.
Yeah. Yeah. I guess it depends what company you were in. What you're gonna go.
Anyway, yeah, I'm Steve. It's my stream. I'm playing Bruce Kincaid, the gym teacher. Uh, I have uh, I have the qualities of authority figure, which gives me a boon to convincing people to do things, and I am a jock, which gives me a boon to climbing, running, and jumping. For my aspects, I took over it, which means I rarely feel strong emotions other than annoyance and fatigue, and eye for detail because I'm a closeted miniatures painter. How about you, Brian?
Um, as you can see on the name tag, I am Brian. I am playing Cecil Schumacher, the school guidance counselor. I have the cheerleader aspect. I grant boons to other people doing their stuff, as well as determined. I have a boon, I believe it is, to resist fear and mind attacks. Uh, I am also soft spoken and I see the best in people, even Bruce.
Yeah. As we role played before the session, even Bruce.
Even Bruce.
I am Mia. I am playing Gretchen Quinn, the school bus driver. I have a boon titled Roadhog, which provides a boon for driving and surviving crashes. Cool under pressure. I can take 4 stress instead of 3. And for my aspects, I have that I always have a bag of snacks for the kids, and I am a collector of shoes. There's some fancy shoes Bruce wears to the gym. Anyway.
Yeah, they were once when they were new.
Very cool. Very
I
cool.
know it's hard to buy those fancy sneakers on a teacher's salary. So, right?
20-year-old Air Jordans.
Well, they are
Okay,
Air Jordans.
I'm gonna tell you right now that I've already talked with Steve, and we're gonna do a special thing in the stream later on. It's not gonna happen immediately, but what we're gonna do is there's gonna be a point where I'm gonna talk to a person, and I'm going to tell them some secret information. And what I want you guys to do is take your headset or uh, buds out while I talk to that person. I'll hold my hand up like this when I'm done, and then we can talk. I'll talk to the next person. Okay. And then, so I'm doing this because I want the audience to know what I'm saying to each player, right? But I don't want you guys to know what I'm saying to the other players. So if I send a personal message, the audience wouldn't know. So that's why I want to do it this way. So we'll be doing that later, okay? And I'm really glad you guys all chose teachers because the whole thing of this scenario is that you're good friends, okay? So as we start out, all right, you're on a hike. You've gone into the great wilderness, right? And you're on a hike, all right? You're camping out under the stars, and you're doing this for a week. It's school is off. You're heading out for a week to hang out together. So you're people that really like each other, at least can tolerate each other. So you're out in the wilderness, and one thing that has um, made you decide to do this is there's supposed to be a fantastic meteor shower, kind of in the middle of the week, right? And what better place to see it than out in the wilderness with no like city lights, polluting the sky and ruining it, right? You'll have a crystal clear black sky to see this meteorite swarm, fly past the Earth, and it should. So you're really looking forward to this. It should be spectacular. Um, so you guys you've been like I said, been going about a half a week now. A day ago on the trail, you went past a ranger station. Okay. And it was a pretty nice ranger station. It's all set up to aid, hikers if they have any kind of medical issues or, they just need help in general, right? Bill Black was the ranger, a very nice man. He's been a ranger his whole life. So you guys stopped there yesterday, and then you moved on, and you're at your own camp right now, and you're sitting around the campfire, and um, kind of chewing the fat. And what I want each of you guys to do is kind of what you did before we started the session, like just talk to each other and have some remembrances of good times or funny things that have happened or interesting things that have happened, to kind of build that friendship up and give us, us observers, kind of a view into the relationship of these characters. So who would ever like to start? Go ahead.
And that is how I knew I was going to become a guidance counselor.
Cecil, how come you came on this trip with us?
Is to see the meteor shower not enough? Is to support our friendship not enough, Bruce?
Well, it's just that you don't seem like you've spent a lot of time outdoors.
Well, it's quite bracing, isn't it? It's an opportunity to grow as a person.
Damn right.
Sweet smell of pine. Damn right. And that sweet smell of pine in the air. And you've worn the absolute most perfect pair of shoes for hiking. I'm surprised. It's great, Cecil.
Oh, why, thank you. I read all about them on the internet.
Okay. Well, I brought some shoes that I've had for a while. These aren't my usual shoes, but they don't quite fit right. But they're all right.
They show character.
They do, but
yeah, okay.
ill-fitting shoes are, just bad for your feet. I'm surprised you were able to hike this far without too much complaining, Bruce.
Well,
Someone as
listen.
tough as Cruz.
We
Sorry.
I walk everywhere most days. It's not a problem.
Well, it's great. Hold on one second. The Jiffy Pop's almost done.
Well, for what it's worth, Bruce, I'm not surprised at all for a person with your fortitude.
Thanks, Cecil. You're a good egg.
Ooh, 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 ooh.
Thank you. Ah, that must be one of these owls I've heard so much about.
That wasn't an owl. That was a guy. Sorry, I
So,
keep doing that.
so you guys are pretty well kitted out, right? You've got you got the big hiker's backpack. You're kind of, I can imagine you're kind of sitting on your sleeping bags. You've got about anything you would bring to do camping, with the exception of a weapon. You might we all probably have a knife, with you. But besides that, you don't have any guns or anything. But
Yeah.
you're all kitted out for this week, right? You got plenty of food. You got the backpack, the sleeping bag,
Yeah,
all the stuff.
I think Bruce would have brought a hatchet for the wood.
Yeah, we'll need to
Yeah,
make
that would
sure
make
we
sense.
put.
That would make
Yeah.
sense. Yeah.
We'll need to be sure to hang our food from a tree so that a bear won't get it later. We don't need any bears getting our food pack.
If you put it up in a tree, it actually puts the scent in the air. You need to bury it.
I'm going to let this be between you two. I don't really know how to hide food from bears. I just know that in the car is a bad idea.
Yeah, an airtight container works too, like a cooler or something.
That's true. That's true. I gotta make sure I put all my snacks in the bag. I don't need some bear tearing into my tent in the middle of the night.
No. No, you don't want bears. That's true.
Do we have bears out here?
I don't know. We might have some small brown bears, but hopefully this Jiffy Pop doesn't draw them to us.
Well, you do make a fine Jiffy Pop, Gretchen.
Lots and lots of practice. Lots of practice. I
Do you
do
think
love
I'll
my
get an
popcorn.
opportunity to use this pizza iron? Just pulls out this big, awkward cast iron gizmo.
Cecil,
Some
did you
Wonder
carry
Bread.
that here?
I've heard that pan iron pizza is good.
But yeah, you're supposed
Yeah.
to pack light. I mean, if you're carrying it.
Well, I might have taken some other things out to make room.
What did you take out, Cecil?
Well, the compass that I bought was kind of heavy duty, and
Do you not watch movies?
the metal thermos did keep my beverages cold, but I already had a plastic water bottle, and my cousin gave me this really impressive Bowie knife with anyway, I couldn't imagine why I would need it.
Did you bring pizza dough and cheese with you to use?
I brought Wonder Bread and sliced pepperoni.
Oh.
So, Cecil, you came out to a camp out, a hiking trip, and instead of bringing mankind's most basic tool, the knife, you brought an 18, 20-pound cast iron skillet?
As a matter of fact, a pizza iron is significantly smaller than what you're envisioning. However, it is probably has far less utility than what you're imagining also. It's a gizmo, which as far as I know is specifically for making one camp snack. In any case, I will have you know, I brought a fantastic knife. At which point he pulls like one of these like multi-tool Swiss Army knife kind of things and immediately starts pulling things out of it in such a haphazard way that you know full damn well that he doesn't know how to get anything on his first try out of this.
Okay, that's actually a decent tool to have with you. Yeah, that But I mean,
Thank you,
you
Bruce.
shouldn't open all of them at once like that, though. You're gonna trap your finger when you try to close them carefully. Close them carefully.
Oh,
Yeah, 'cause
Did any of you bring a cell phone with you?
Obviously, yes.
I can't
Uh,
imagine not doing so.
yeah, I can't
There's
imagine
no
right,
good
not doing
reason
so
not to
either.
bring your
right,
cell phone.
right. Of course, you don't have any signal out here in the wilderness, but
Right, but
yeah, you
sometimes
do
you can
have
get
it.
a text message through even if you can't do a phone call.
Yeah, occasionally something might come through.
Yeah.
But you do have the utility of the phone that has a flashlight and all this kind of thing. So yeah.
Yeah. And if I have maps that I can, like, Google Maps will sometimes download the local map so you don't even have to connect. There's no GPS
Okay.
though, so it doesn't matter.
Oh, that's true. So I can imagine that's probably what you're using to navigate. Um, as the night presses on and you've had your food and snacks, and I can imagine you're just kind of laying back waiting for this meteor shower, right? And um, you see it in the sky. It's pretty spectacular. Just swarms of meteors coming through the night canopy, and just one of the most amazing things you've ever seen in your life. And then you realize that one seems to be very close. And you suddenly feel and then hear an impact of something hitting the ground. Uh, it's kind of like almost like an explosion, like poof. You hear the cracking of trees, the hissing of gas, and you realize, and you can see a light not far away, um, probably a couple 100 feet away from your position. And that's when you remember something that you heard in the news. The scientists who were studying this meteor shower were saying this is a once in a lifetime event, and if anybody could find a fragment of one of these meteorites, that they would pay top dollar to anybody who could bring a fragment of any of these meteorites back with them. If someone does happen to hit the earth, or they do happen to find them, that the scientists would pay top dollar for this.
Suddenly, I'm very excited, Bruce. Did you see where that went down? There's a soft glow over there through the trees.
Yeah, when things glow in nature, it's usually not for a safe or good reason. Um, there's fireflies, I guess, but there's also fire and radiation. So maybe we go check it out, but we should all go carefully and keep our distance.
Yeah, because if it's a fire, we should at least attempt to put it out, prevent any, spread.
Well, we don't want forest fires.
Definitely not.
Only we can prevent them.
Well, that's what they say.
That's
At
true.
this point, you don't see what look like any fires, so that's good. Do you want to, as far as like marching order to get to this meteorite, does someone want to go first to scout it out, or do you all just want to kind of go in a line together?
I think Bruce goes first. Not because of anything particularly noble. He just doesn't trust the other two to go first.
Oh, okay. Okay. So you're not
I,
far ahead of them if they choose to
Right.
go, but yeah, you're a little bit ahead of
I'm
them.
just I'm naturally walking in front. Yeah.
Okay.
Don't get too far ahead of us, Bruce.
Well, keep up then.
I'm trying to
Okay.
avoid stepping in any dirt or mud because these boots of mine, they're kind of nice.
We're
they are
outside.
kind of nice.
Everything is dirt or mud.
Oh,
Except for
don't
the
listen to him,
water.
Gretchen. I'm sure that you can keep them clean if you really put your heart into it.
Try my best. Try my best.
This fucking guy. Great to have you, Cecil.
Thanks, buddy.
So as you crunch through the underbrush, you get closer to the site. and you can see it's snapped a few trees. It's made quite a crater, but it's only about a foot in diameter. It's not that big. Um, and it kind of hisses and pops, but it seems to be cooling off quickly.
Oh, you mentioned movies earlier, Bruce. I mean, there was that one with Stephen King, and then there was like the old Blob movie. So this is really fascinating. Certainly nothing like that would ever happen in real life.
I got a quick
Thank
question for
goodness.
the rabble rouser.
Yeah.
When I look at this thing, is it a color that I've seen before?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Um,
So it's not one of those
yeah.
colors out of space.
I
Oh,
was
right,
just
right.
thinking, yeah, that weird rainbow
It's not
thing
that
going
weird
on.
purple color, right?
Yeah.
Um, it seems to be just like hot, and that was kind of what the glow was from.
Copy.
Although it's
Okay.
sufficient, it's cooled down quite a bit, and it's glowing less and less.
I will take my Bowie knife off my belt with my left hand and my hatchet off my belt with my right hand and try to get up to it and see if I can just sort of manipulate the thing, roll it over, examine it a little bit.
Okay. What do the rest of you guys want to do?
Very encouragingly cheerlead Bruce on, as he very clearly is the best person for this job, given the hand-eye coordination so clearly demonstrated by his long and successful coaching career.
Cecil, you're kind of the brainy one. Do you want to take a look?
Oh, well, sure.
But
Gretchen, how about you?
I would say I was probably like right on Bruce's shoulder, like going, "Oh, wow, that's fascinating." Oh,
Cool.
certainly
Okay.
be careful. You don't want to break it.
Right. So Bruce, as you kind of touch it with the knife, um, the shell of the meteorite cracks a little bit, and you can see a green light coming out of the meteorite,
oh shit, radiation. Back up, back up.
and it looks like some kind of quartz or crystal, maybe like a geode type thing, but the geode is glowing. I mean, can you imagine what the scientists are going to pay for this? Um, you're backing up.
Oh yeah, I'm backing up. I'm trying to
Okay,
see
so
in, but
Really
I'm
should
also
have.
backing up.
so
Should
as you start to back up, um, the meteorite suddenly fractures loudly and sprays shards in all directions. So I want you guys to all roll me a avoidance save, which is 6
on a single die. Here we go.
and a single die.
Well,
Okay. If you didn't make it, um, now those that rolled a 5 could take a stress, one stress, and make it a
Pretty.
6 and make it.
I believe that Bruce is the kind of guy who would rather work himself to exhaustion than fail at a physical activity. So I'm taking a stress.
Okay.
I'm taking a stress. I got room for it.
All
Okay.
right.
So Cecil, for you to make it work, you would have to take 3 stress, which would be a strike already.
Cecil just briefly had, some kind of exclamation in his head, something to the effect of, "Oh golly," as fragments spray him from the evil space rock.
Damn it,
Gotcha.
Cecil. You're my only surviving male friend.
So Cecil has shards of this meteor sticking in his chest. Cecil, you've taken 1 strike.
Let me give you that.
And it's quite painful.
Oh boy.
But you also see that the shards are like this crystalline. The shards are glowing in his chest, and it's like this crystalline, glowing quartz. And the glowing quartz has kind of spilled out of the meteorite and is like in a circle around it and is glowing intensely with this green light.
So there's some sticking out of Cecil's chest.
Yeah, they like embedded like shrapnel.
All right, sit down. Let's get that out of you.
Oh, this is a new experience.
I'll bet it is. What can you find to say positive about it, Cecil?
I am the first human being to lay claim to this alien soil. I claim it in the name of Cecil. Ow.
Hell yeah, Cecil.
I'm gonna slap a multi-tool in your hand, Bruce. Like,
Yeah,
here, use
I was about
pliers.
to ask Cecil for his pocket knife, but that's good too. Yeah,
It's like you're joking, right?
I'll start. I'll start
You
pulling
must be.
things out.
Haha,
Sounds
that's a
like
funny joke.
Cecil's.
You're joking, right?
You're a little delirious, maybe in shock, Cecil. That was kind of an odd thing to say about getting hit in the chest with like rock shrapnel.
Well, he's right. If this is from an alien world, then it's. I mean, yeah, he's the first person to touch it.
as Bruce removes the shards, how are you removing the shards?
Um,
Are you just touching them with your hand?
no, no. I'll if Gretchen has a multi tool, I'll use that. Otherwise, I will borrow Cecil's Swiss Army knife and find the pliers and use those.
I was gonna say, instead of like pliers on it, right? Yeah, you can kind of pull
Yeah.
them out.
I have one in real life with pliers, usually next to me. It's not right now.
Yeah, the wounds. Nobody's a medic, right?
Nah.
But as a coach, you kind of know that these wounds aren't anywhere near like fatal or anything. It's just, I'm sure it hurt, but it's not anything fatal, right? So, but that's when Gretchen, as Bruce is kind of leaning forward, really paying attention, and Cecil's cringing, as each shard is pulled out of the chest. That's Gretchen. That's when you hear it. You hear a strange noise. You hear a sloshing noise, like a rag wrapped in water and kind of dragged over a surface, right? Like, and something whips out of the crater at you, blindingly fast. I'm gonna roll.
Do you hear that? Oh my God!
I don't hear shit.
Okay. It something whips at you like a whip. Like a wet whip. But it misses you. Your instincts take over at the last moment and you dodge it. That's when it goes for Bruce, because his back is kind of to it, right? And you just don't have you try to get it out of your mouth, Gretchen. You try to warn him, but it's just too fast. It's just the word catches in your throat before you can say anything, and whoosh, it whips and misses. And then it whips again at Cecil. Ooh.
We'll see you around, Mr. Schumacher.
Anyway, remember that guidance counselor we used to have?
Yeah, we had to drag its dead ass out of the woods.
Now, normally, if you roll a 6 in EZDeath6, you roll again, and if you get another 6, that's a critical. But the nature of this is it cannot inflict a crit, okay? So it's not over yet, okay, Cecil? You do have your avoidance save, right? So try to make an avoidance save. You need a 6. Okay, you didn't make it, but you could use 2 stress and avoid whatever happens to you.
Very athletically, Cecil slumps to one side.
So it's inches. You can hear the thing like a whiplash go past you, and it seemed to be like a knotted intestine, a fleshy snake or knotted intestine, and what was coming at you had a barb on the end, like a large stinger. and it just misses you. It just misses you by like an inch. It looked like it was going to hit you, and just your survival instinct takes over at the last minute, and you dodge out of the way, right? So it's whipping around again. So what do you guys want to do?
So I earlier had my Bowie knife and hatchet out in my hands. I probably set them on the ground to pull these
Mm-hmm.
shards out of Cecil. I'd like to
Mm-hmm.
snatch them up again and attack this thing.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm
Roll to hit it.
looking to draw my knife as well. Yeah.
All right.
It's
roll
very fast, so you'll need a 5 to hit it.
Can he be given a boon for cheerleader or? Never mind. Keep going. I'll
Yeah,
figure
yeah,
it out
you
later.
that can work. Just how would you want to cheer it on?
With all of the zest and energy he can muster. Go get him, Bruce. This is all you, buddy.
Awesome.
You got it, best bud.
Oh, it's a 6. That's a hit.
There's a 6 in there.
Nice.
Now,
Nice.
am I allowed to crit against this thing?
No, actually.
Okay. Is that an EZDeath6
normally you would.
rule,
Normally
or it's
you
just
would,
this
but the
creature?
nature of this you can't.
This creature. Okay. All right.
Yeah.
6.
So you cut this tendril or whatever it is off, and it falls to your feet and is thrashing around, still moving.
Can I stomp on it? Give it a
Sure.
boot.
Yeah. You want to kick it or try to smash it?
I want to try and smash it with a good squish.
Okay, cool. You just need a 3 to hit it because Bruce took it.
Jeez.
You could take a stress or just miss it.
I'll take another stress.
Okay.
Uh-oh. Here we go.
So you push it into the dirt, the soft earth, and it's oozing some kind of ichor out on your shoe.
I immediately lift my foot and go, ooh, and try and kick the sauce off.
It looks like green lime jelly that's coming out of it.
For the first time in all the years you've known each other, Bruce is the least stressed of the three of you.
So Cecil, what do you want to do?
Gets up painfully, watching his friends fighting for their lives, fighting to defend his life. He pulls the pizza iron out of his pack and swings at the monster from space.
Nice. Okay, roll to hit. Oh, nice. That's a solid hit. And it flings the flailing tendril back into the pit
Uh-oh.
and away
An
from you
audible
all.
sprang as the pan hits it.
Did anybody bring any dynamite?
Anything else, Cecil?
No.
This pizza iron is absolutely dynamite. There was a reason I got this thing.
Oh,
It come in
man.
handy. You did find a use for it.
You think you killed whatever it was. And like I say, the meteorite itself is surrounded by these brilliant crystals that have fallen out. Brilliant glowing green crystals.
Well, we definitely can't touch those.
What? But Bruce, top dollar.
Yes, Cecil, top dollar, which we will spend on our cancer treatments.
I do have a trash bag here in my satchel. You could put it in a plastic trash bag. Not that it would protect us from any radiation, but
Yeah,
I
is it a
mean,
lead-lined plastic trash bag? I'm not really the
my-
science guy. That's more
my
Seymour's
cooler
bag.
might. My cooler might. It's my grandmother's. I mean, it's an old one. It might be, but
You brought
Now,
a
this
lead
guy's a
cooler?
Now this guy's a PE teacher. He's not a nuclear scientist, right?
No,
I
we
have an idea. I have an idea,
We'd be-
Gretchen. I have an idea. So for those who have never had a pizza iron, it's kind of shaped like this, and it opens up on a hinge on the far end.
okay.
We can absolutely catch a pizza. They're small pizzas, like bread size. We can absolutely catch a pizza-sized piece of crystal in here, wrap it up in the bag, and unless it's strong enough to get through cast iron, we should be okay and
This
make our
pizza thing
millions.
is going to be the best tool that's been.
Oh my gosh. Sounds like it. And
Seymour the librarian almost came on this trip, and I really wish he was here right about now.
Yep.
You know, it's funny. He got an anonymous. Somebody rated him badly on Rate My Professor, and
He got emotional about it. He does that.
you know how it is with Seymour.
Yeah.
well, if there's enough radiation to kill us, we're already dead. So, I don't know what to say.
That had crossed my mind.
Well, certainly the
Okay.
amount of time you're exposed to it has something to do with.
Oh, definitely. So Cecil, you're gonna clamp this on the pizza iron, and then Gretchen, he's gonna kind of it's kind of like a chain operation, right? He's gonna clamp it in this pizza iron, gonna swing it over. You're gonna wrap it in that bag, and then you'll have it all set, right?
Yeah, we can carry it. Yeah. So,
Okay, cool,
yeah.
cool. Are you doing anything with this operation, Bruce?
I'm standing 10 feet away, and I'm going to tell these guys, if I get ball cancer because you had to collect some glowing rocks, we're going to have words.
Don't worry, Bruce. When they cut our check, you'll get a third.
I know, agreed. It's
A
going to get the
third
better of us,
ball or
possibly.
a third of the check.
A third of the check and or cancer, whichever applies first.
Okay.
Okay,
Whatever it's
so
worth. Oh, God.
sorry. So the thing that you thought was dead suddenly moves, and I can imagine you jump. It kind of freaks you out, right?
Yeah.
But it doesn't go for you. It kind of just like spirals off into the woods, like it whips off into the woods away from you.
It probably went to
Oh.
die somewhere, right?
Probably.
Hmm. Ranger Bill is definitely going to want to hear about this. Lord knows what that thing might do if it actually does live.
What exactly are we going to tell Ranger Bill?
The truth. That's always the right thing to do.
Yeah, but the truth is, a rock fell from space full of kryptonite, and a monster came out.
A meteorite fell from the meteor shower, and then a wild animal attacked us that we didn't see well in the dark. I think that should be enough.
A wild
That'd be
animal
great.
that came from inside the meteorite. We saw that. And also, by the way, it had no face or eyes or legs, but it had a stinger. And it was 8 feet long?
Was it 8 feet long with no face, no eyes, and a stinger?
Yes.
It was
And
just a
whatever's-
tendril.
And what's left of it has basically dissolved into like this viscous green jelly.
Yeah.
The part
Ugh.
you cut off.
Need to get back to camp and get a wet wipe and get my shoe cleaned up.
I don't know if I'm more worried about that or the undoubtedly unhealthy dose of radiation delivered straight to my heart. Either way, we should head back to the Ranger.
Yep, good thing we got a pizza iron full of radioactive shit. Let's go.
So who's going to carry the radioactive shit?
That's all Cecil.
In your backpack? Okay, cool. All right, so question for you guys. Do you want to camp out for the night back at your camp and then move out in the morning towards the ranger station, or do you want to say screw this and just press on through the night to the ranger station?
Both options sound like suicide.
I suspect I suspect that we could, go to the ranger station, maybe get his help, and we can come back and get our stuff. We don't need to like pack all our stuff up. That would just take that much more time.
So you're suggesting we hike into the deep woods at night without any gear?
Well, get some gear that's necessary, but I certainly don't want to carry my tent and sleeping bag, if we're in a hurry.
We are in a hurry because we are probably being irradiated right now. Yeah, I assume at this point we have started moving back to camp, like away from the bulk of the radioactive material.
Okay,
Yeah.
away from the meteorite.
Yeah, Bruce is not going to hang out by the big pile of it, even if we do have to have the pizza iron rocks.
Are all of you in a long-term relationship, or has someone got a hot new romance going on right now?
I'm going to go ahead and say that Cecil has a hot new relationship with a therapist who just moved into town.
If it were possible to be divorced more times than one has been married, that would be Bruce.
So Cecil, your phone goes ding, and you get a text from her. Who is it? What's her name?
Oh, it would be too terrible to make it Cecilia.
I was
We'll
about
call
to
it
suggest
Susan.
it.
Call who? Who
Okay,
is it?
screw it. It's Cecilia.
Okay,
Yep,
Cecilia, awesome. Okay, so Cecilia texted you. Oh, love you, hon. Miss you. See you when you get back. Can't wait. And then you lose signal. Like it was just one of those that just barely got through. And if you try to hold it up, you just can't get the signal back.
Well, I will type a nice, long, well thought out return text to be sent when I get signal back.
Cool. All right, nice. All right, so you guys are going to press on through the night, leave most of your gear at the camp. Okay, so as you're moving towards the ranger station, there's a trail, so it's not impossible to follow, right? So you're heading back towards the ranger station, and every sound, every creak makes you jump. I can imagine makes you jumpy, right? What was that? What was that? What was that? Kind of thing. But nothing seems to happen until Cecil, you begin to feel quite ill. But nobody else, just Cecil.
I wonder why.
And you're not sure how much longer you can go on. Like, guys, he's looking really pale, like low energy. He's got a fever.
So, do you think it's more because of the rocks that blasted into your skin, or because of the additional radioactive rocks that you're carrying with you?
So, gonna go ahead and drop the stones over here, unless anybody wants to carry those.
Was kind of.
What's strange is you're all kind of close together, but no one else seems to be affected with this.
So much for my optimism, my fatalistic optimism, that I had already been hopelessly irradiated, if that was a problem, or if that was a threat. I'm not feeling so good, you guys.
Oh,
okay.
I'll take the bag. Bruce, you want to help him along, or should we take a moment to rest, Cecil?
Cecil, don't sit down. If you sit down, it's harder to get up and get moving again. What you do is just put your hands on your legs above your knees, crouch for a minute. That's how you rest.
Do I throw up when I hunch over to put my hands on my knees?
I don't know. Do you? Pizza?
How sick do I feel? Hold on.
You gonna roll
Hold on.
it? Swallow it. Swallow it.
Ew.
Yeah, ew,
Ugh.
gross.
Oh, I hate you.
Better out than in, like Shrek said. You know, I just.
No. I definitely checked the expiration on that mozzarella. Those pizzas were good. I swear they were.
All right.
Yeah,
Look,
maybe it's just food poisoning.
I know you're not feeling great, but there's no help coming to us. We have to get to the help. Okay? So you got to keep moving.
That was a great meteor shower. This trip has totally been worth it.
I agree. It's a great meteor shower. Now let's
That's
go.
the spirit. That's the spirit. Let's.
Cecil,
Yeah, I
get
got the bag.
moving.
Okay, so as you push on, Cecil is moving slower and slower. He says he's having problems seeing. Like things are in a fog. There's no fog.
I will
Um,
help him. I'll take his hand or put my hand on his shoulder or whatever to guide him so he doesn't run into trees.
okay, cool. So as you're doing that, he just passes out. Just suddenly, poof, just falls to the forest floor on the trail. Stone cold out.
Oh,
Do
Great.
I see any branches sufficiently long to make a litter to drag him on?
You certainly do, yes.
I will get out my trusty hatchet and get a litter together.
So how are you guys seeing? You got a flashlight in your pack or using your phone?
If it,
flashlight.
yeah, if I think we would have brought flashlights.
Or
yeah.
like a lantern, maybe, like what electric lantern?
Yeah.
So what
Yeah,
do you
Yeah.
use?
LED lantern.
I
Okay.
probably Bruce would have like, in addition to like a regular flashlight, one of those emergency ones that you wind up
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
in case so you don't really need batteries or power.
Yeah.
Um, did we end up leaving the tents and everything at the camp?
Mm-hmm.
I think we did, so I'm not sure what we're going to use to make this litter for the cloth part of it. Maybe our jackets.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. It's a bit nippy out, but it's not something that's gonna, you know, you can tough it. You can
All
take
right. Better than carrying him over my shoulders, I guess.
it. Yes.
All right. We resume our march back to
Okay.
Ranger Bill.
All right. Thankfully, when he passed out, you weren't far from Ranger Bill's.
Great.
So yeah, you just you get the litter going, drag him along, and soon you see the ranger station. It's a pretty nice deal. It's like a single story with natural stone and woodwork, and it's a pretty nice place. And Ranger Bill actually lives here as well as works here.
Sure.
Oh, thank goodness. Feels like I've been walking for hours.
So the door opens. Yes? Are you all right? Oh, what's wrong with
Ranger-
him?
Oh, he was struck by a piece of a meteorite. It was glowing. We think he might be irradiated. It
He
made him
looks up
sick.
at the sky.
There was a meteor shower. You heard about that?
Yeah, I was watching it earlier.
Well, one of the meteorites landed near us. Some of the rocks in it, they broke. They hit him in the chest.
Oh my god.
Yeah, we brought him here. You were the closest person we knew to come to.
Geez, bring him in, quick. So,
All right.
it's a pretty nice layout. There's like actually like areas for like hikers to rest and stay and that kind of thing. He's like, I got some antibiotics. Let me grab them for you. Maybe this will help. And I do have some first aid training, so I'll look him over. So, you get him in bed. Get him warm. Bill actually gets an IV. He has an IV. He gets an IV going into Cecil, and Well, there's not much we can do tonight except what we've done. I have a radio. I'll try to call for help. Maybe we can get some emergency services in here. A real doctor to look at him. He looks pretty bad.
Yeah.
I hope he makes it through the night. I think one of us should sit up with him through the night. We can take turns
Yeah. An
watching
hour
him through
ago
the
he
night.
was.
Make sure he's all right.
An hour ago he was fine. He was walking here with us, and then he just
Wow, that
fell out.
fast, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What could have caused this?
Well,
I
like
see
I
the
said,
wounds on his chest.
like I said, that meteorite broke into pieces, and some of them stuck into him. That's all we can figure. Unless he was just sick and it didn't show until now.
Who knows what that meteorite was made of? You know, being a space rock. Goodness.
It was
Yeah.
glowing. It was green.
Oh.
We can take people out there tomorrow if need be. I'd rather not get close to it again.
Do you have some of it? Did you take some of it?
But he brought some, but when he started getting sick, he left it behind.
Oh, you
No,
didn't bring it
I-
with you?
I
We-
picked up that bag. Yeah.
Oh, you did? Okay, yeah.
I did.
Yeah,
Oh, can I
Gretchen
see
has
it?
some.
Oh yeah, it's right in here. Ruffle around here in this plastic bag.
Oh, interesting. So he like gets a tray and kind of pours a little bit out on the tray, and he's taking a pencil and kind of scooting it around, looking at it.
I'd be
Wow,
careful
so-
with it. It did this to a man.
You two seem all right.
Well, we didn't get punctured in the chest with it.
Ah, right.
Yeah, yeah.
Right. That's true. Interesting.
It might just be a matter of time. Just being near it, for longer might be a problem.
And this is America, so Bill has a sidearm as a park ranger.
Yeah.
Just in case there are some wild animals out here that could be dangerous, so he's ready, or if somebody comes out here causing trouble or whatever, he's ready. So he does have a sidearm.
He must have a rifle too in the place.
He does. You do see like a cabinet with a rifle and a couple shotguns in it. So, but it's locked. It's like a gun cabinet, or it's like a locked up cabinet with glass. You can see through it. So he says, yeah. So, you guys want to take turns watching Cecil here? Make sure he's all right.
Yeah, I guess we should.
Yeah.
Who wants to take
idea.
first watch?
I
Bill
guess
will
I
put that-
can. Bruce, try and get some rest. I mean, you drug his ass out of the woods, so I assume you're probably a little tired.
Right.
Yeah.
Yeah, you did.
I was gonna suggest that Bill do it, but yeah, we can.
I was gonna go try the radio to see if I can get anybody.
Oh, all right. Yeah, I'll take a rest.
Okay. So he goes off into his office. The door is partially open, but mostly closed.
I've gotten like a cool wash rag with some cool water, and I'm kind of dabbing the sweat off Cecil's forehead.
Okay. And he's kind of Cecil is he's kind of in and out of consciousness at this point. But he looks really bad. Like his eyes are sunken, and he's sweating profusely and mumbling incoherently.
You can do it. I believe in you.
Can you hear me, Cecil? Can you hear me?
No.
Dang it!
So
He's delirious. Okay.
So what is while he's delirious? What is he mumbling? Those little bits and pieces that Gretchen can make out. What does she make out?
I'm so conflicted about the pizza. They'll think it's stupid. They're friends. They wouldn't think that. It's gonna taste so good.
He really wanted to use that pizza iron. I wish we'd had an opportunity. I'm sorry, Cecil.
Having watched the movie Alien, I'm mildly concerned about strange artifacts getting in my chest.
God, you're burning up, buddy. Hopefully you're okay.
So it's a rough night. But the morning finally breaks, and Cecil is alive, and he has survived the night.
Yeah, survived the night.
Wink. So Cecil has survived the night, and he seems a lot better.
Okay.
And you notice that the holes in his t-shirt or whatever, um when you look at the wounds, like they're pretty much healed up, which is unusual.
Yay.
The power of being out in nature. Lots of positive chi energy out here.
I thought that it was mostly just emotional health, but yeah, just the physical change is phenomenal. You guys were right. I should have come out sooner.
Just glad your fever broke during the night. Yeah.
Well, I'm sure it had a lot to do with my friends taking care of me.
And Cecil, you feel great. Actually, you feel much better. You don't feel a touch of sickness at all, and you feel really great. You're hungry. You demolish your breakfast that Bill makes. Bill says, "I'm sorry, guys, I wasn't able to get anybody on the radio, but it's this time of year. It's can be hard with the atmosphere and everything. So if you just hunker down, try to. If you could hunker down another day, I really think we need to have him looked at just in case there's any kind of residual. I know he seems fine now, but I've seen cases where someone looks better and then suddenly something bad happens. I'm not trying to scare you there, but I've seen strange things, strange cases. So I think you guys should just rest a couple days here, and I'll try to get hold of authorities on the radio.
Bill, I respect your professional opinion. I'm going to
And you're
follow
more
your
than
advice.
welcome to stay here. I've got food and everything where you'll be safe here. Um, hmm. So, anybody want to do anything?
Bruce is going to ponder on how the hell he let himself get dragged up here, even though it was obviously his idea.
I was thinking about hiking back to the camp to retrieve some of our equipment and bring it back down the trail, to prepare to leave.
Yeah.
Cecil is going to stay here because the object is that, the concern is that he may suddenly get worse again.
Right.
But he feels just so much gusto and so healthy. He's going to start doing some of the exercises that Bruce showed him how to do now that he has all this energy, without paying any special attention to whether or not he's able to do more or fewer of them than before he got hit with a meteor.
Is Cecil's strike back?
Yes, actually.
You're welcome.
Positive attitude, baby.
Yes.
It makes all the difference.
All the wound has healed.
What about his stress?
You've lost your stress. You've actually all you can all lose your stress actually.
Oh, from the rest.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It was nice to sleep indoors after that
exactly.
experience last night.
Yeah, I wasn't expecting to be indoors last night. I was expecting to be on a camp out, but I guess this is what we're doing now.
The comfort and as a person of authority, Bruce, it makes you. I can imagine it makes you feel comfortable if someone competent like Bill, to have something like that around.
Yeah, it's a weird
takes that
mix.
Stress away, right?
It's a weird mix of comfort and discomfort. It's comfortable to have someone competent, and uncomfortable that it's not me.
Right. So is Gretchen just going by herself to get the stuff, or Bruce, are you going to go with Gretchen?
I think I will stay with Cecil.
Okay.
No,
Bill volunteers to go, but he's worried that if Cecil takes a turn for the worse, he won't be here.
Hey, Bruce, we saw that thing out there. Are you sure?
I asked him.
Are you letting Bill know that you saw this thing, or is this a secret between you?
He's talking to Bruce.
I gotcha. Yeah.
I'm gonna ask Bill if I can borrow a shotgun, just in case.
Bill, why don't you just go with Gretchen? How about that?
Bill says that I can't legally let you do that.
Bill, are you legally allowed to take the shotgun and go with her?
Oh, yes, I could do that.
Please do that, and I will stay
Okay.
with Cecil.
You sure if anything happens? Well, here, I have a walkie-talkie.
Okay.
Call me on the walkie if something takes a turn for the worse, all right?
What channel?
16.
Okay.
No.
It's already on 16, but I'm just turning knobs anyway.
Oh, you got a little feedback on that there, I heard.
Turning the radiator, Animal Planet.
All right. So,
Mad Panther in the woods.
So, Bill heads out with Gretchen, and Bruce and Cecil are here by themselves. Do you guys want to do anything while they're gone?
Look for whiskey.
Okay. You do find some.
Does it look like it's here for medicinal purposes, or is this just Bill's whiskey?
You think it's just Bill's whiskey?
Bruce will not steal Bill's whiskey.
Okay.
Hey, Bruce, buddy, I feel like $1,000,000. Let me take another crack at those exercises you were showing me. I know I could only do 8 push-ups last time, but I'm feeling awesome.
Cecil, when we did that before, it was a demonstration for the students. I don't actually care if you do push-ups in your real life.
You're bringing me down a little bit, Bruce. I've got a lot of energy. I'm not supposed to leave the cabin.
I don't have a lot of energy, okay? But absolutely, do some push-ups.
Sure.
I'll watch and count for you.
I appreciate it, buddy.
Even though it's my day off.
Okay, so Cecil, with all that's going on and everything, and you being laid up, you suddenly realize that you've got to take a pee really bad, right?
This is not going to end well.
All
where
the
that's
movies.
going.
We were waiting for something, Scotty, and we didn't know it would start with "You've got to pee really bad."
Hold that thought.
Oh, I'll get right on it.
Okay, so this is the point in the game where I'm going to ask that Steve and Mia remove your headsets.
All right.
Okay.
So I can get a moment of revelation in the bathroom.
Yeah. Yes. So, Brian, like I said, you feel great, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the wounds on your chest, when you go in the bathroom, you kind of look at your chest, and the wounds have completely healed. There's no marks on your chest whatsoever, like not a blemish, right? And you feel something moving in your gut, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you're you, but you have a new revelation. And the revelation is that you're going to be the host of a new race that's going to start on this world. You're going to breed the human race out of existence.
Oh.
All right? And you're fine with that. That doesn't bother you for some reason, right? Now, the feelings you have in your gut, you look down and you realize that your belly button has become an orifice. And tonight you're going to lay a green gelatinous egg, which is going to exude out of your belly button. All right.
Okay.
Your urge is to plant it somewhere near one of your friends, so they too can join the glorious brood that will be the new life on Earth, right?
Okay.
So you want to plant this near them somewhere, right? Or hide it somewhere.
Hmm.
And so it will take one of them. Which one do you want to try? Do you want to have it take?
Oh, Bruce, for sure.
Okay. Okay, cool. All right. So, you also realize that Bill is also one of the brood,
Mm.
and is covering for you and will help
Okay.
you. Okay.
Good to
And
know.
the whole goal is to overcome the Earthlings and make them all into the brood. All right.
Got it. Should I
Okay.
use if I assume that I will be in a shared audio space with the others. Should I Discord you if I'm doing something weird or
Oh, right. Yeah, you could Discord me. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
cool?
Yeah, if you want to do something other than what we've talked about, right? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Okay. I'm gonna signal them to put their.
So the game designer Illuminati meeting is over, huh?
Yeah.
Well, getting into kidney stones is just kind of an ugly topic. Like it's really it's a deep and uncomfortable area of
No, it's
conversation.
okay. I've been kicked out of secret meetings before.
So Bruce, you just hear this long pee, right? That
Well,
Cecil's
that guy
this.
does need to see a doctor, or or is it that I do?
The pee that never stops. You think it's going to stop, and then and then it starts again. One of those pees. So yeah, it's this long pee, and he comes out, and yeah, he seems fine.
Everything
Okay.
come out okay in the end?
You know, better out than in. It just yeah, everything's radiation didn't stop the plumbing from working.
Good to know.
You asked.
I'm aware.
So Ranger Bill's with you, Gretchen, right? And you guys make it to the camp after a few hours, and at a good pace. And Bill says, "Oh, can you show me where that meteorite landed?"
Oh, yeah, it's just over the hill here between through a few bits of trees.
Mind if we have a look?
Yeah, let's do that. Um, but I'm gonna keep my distance. Still a little freaked out about what happened to Cecil last night.
Totally. So did you tell him about? You didn't tell him about the thing, right?
No.
Okay. All right.
He might think we were like, hitting the pipe or something.
Right.
Don't want Bill arresting us out here.
Right. All right. So, yeah, you guys get close to where the meteorite is, and um, you can see it better in the daylight. And yeah, it's just this cracked rock. It has fissures through it with this green glowing crystal, and then around it that more of that green glowing crystal. And he says, Bill says, "Oh, do you mind if I get some more of this crystal?"
Help yourself. I don't have any concern. Just be careful. All
Okay,
I'm
I
saying.
will. I will.
Keep your eyes open for.
I will. So he has like a little tool and scoops it up into a bag, a lot of it, and puts it back on his belt. Well, this is very interesting. We'll have to see how this whole pans out. Who knows what this stuff is, right?
Yeah.
It seems to have helped your friend, and maybe it has some health benefits.
Well, possibly, but he did get pretty sick there for a while. I don't know.
Yep.
Real quick, Bill might notice that I'm kind of like doing this number the whole time, looking around.
And then you realize that Bill has grabbed a crystal in his hand and is kind of looking at it
Like,
close.
are you sure that's a good idea?
Yeah, I feel this tingling in my arm. What you wanna use?
Not really. I mean, why wouldn't you put a glove on before looking at it so close?
I mean, it can't be dangerous. I mean, your friend is fine.
That's true. That's true.
This is
We'll
amazing.
just hold it close. I don't want to touch it, but I'll get a good look at it.
It's amazing. Feel it. Put it in your hand.
I don't want to.
And then he like licks it.
What is wrong with you? You're a park ranger. You should know better.
It's fine. It's just a little salty.
I'm sure it is.
It must have some salt component to it. That's good.
What is wrong with you, man? We should go get our equipment and head back to put that in your pocket.
Oh, okay. All right. We'll head back. Yeah, it's time to head back.
Good
You
Lord.
sure you don't want to?
You don't want? Absolutely.
Taste it. It just tastes like salt.
No. Oh my
Okay.
gosh.
All right.
That's crazy. No, that's a rock from outer space. It was bad enough that we scraped it up off the ground. I didn't want to touch it.
I mean, think of it this way. I mean, it went through the atmosphere. Whatever contamination would be on it would be burned off by that extreme heat, right?
Yeah, you'd think so.
And maybe that's what formed this crystal. Maybe it was. Maybe this meteorite had salt in it and it crystallized from the extreme heat.
Yeah, it's an interesting idea or a theory.
I mean, I'm not a scientist or anything.
No, me neither. I drive a school bus for a living.
Noble profession.
Yeah, Cecil, all of a sudden I feel like my blood pressure is just going up and up. It's like when the students are doing shenanigans and I just know from the other room.
Right. You have like this innate. The kids are up to something.
Yeah, I'm like waiting for Bill to like toss it to me and me instinctually going, "Oh wait," and catching it or something. Just out of like sheer automatic reaction.
Okay, so you two are heading back, and you catch him again licking the rock.
This motherfucker,
dude.
I'm sorry. It's just, the salty taste is so good.
Wow, maybe we get that stuff to the scientists and they can patent some fancy food product from it.
Yeah, maybe it'd be like a new Himalayan salt. Meteorite salt, right?
Yeah, right.
Wouldn't that be funny?
That would be funny.
Then everybody can enjoy it.
Yeah. Well, okay. Well, let's let the scientists look at it. I think you should maybe not lick it any more than you already have.
Oh, sorry. I'm embarrassed. I didn't mean you to see that. It's just so tasty.
You know what? How about you put that piece in the bag and give me the bag? I'm worried about you, Bill.
Well, I don't want you to worry about me. So here's the bag.
You're spending a lot of time out in the woods by yourself. I know how it can be.
Yeah, it takes a certain type of person.
I'm not going stir crazy or anything. I'm just fascinated.
Yeah, I would be too. But after Cecil getting sick, I really don't want anything to do with this. Just get it out of here.
He's doing great. He's fine.
That's
true.
Looked great. That's true. No.
I took his vitals, and he was like a man 10 years younger.
Says the park ranger.
Well, let's get back to the to your cabin and check on him again. Make sure that nothing has changed since we left.
Yeah, let's get this stuff back.
I mean, we could radio him up on the walkie-talkie and check, but.
Oh yeah. So we do a call and check if everything's okay.
Yeah, Cecil peed for about an hour and a half, but other than that, listen, did you see any kids out there shoving each other's heads into toilets or anything?
Oh, that's a teacher joke.
No, I just feel like something stupid was happening.
I'm sure I don't know what you mean.
Okay.
What's the look on Gretchen's face?
She's just like, I kind of want to. I'm like, Bruce. I try and shout over. It's like, Bruce, this guy, uh, he
Yeah.
licked one of the moon rocks.
I, I feel like the bus driver and the gym teacher would have shorthand for this guy's a fuck up.
Oh right, yeah, you could do that. You could have that, yeah, yeah.
Yeah, it's like,
Some kid's name probably.
Like you cue
Yeah.
him in that he's like a fuck up, right?
yeah. Bill reminds me of that one, that kid.
Like what kind of a fuck up?
Just
Just say a name,
I
Gretchen.
don't-
There's like the idiots, right? And then
Yeah,
there's like the
he's
people
just
that
kind of
might
an
get in
idiot,
trouble, and then there's
there's that kid that
the bullies, and then there's
yeah,
There's this
that
really
will like
bright,
pull the gum off the bottom of a desk and start chewing it. That kind of
that
idiot.
kid, right? That kid.
Yeah, that kid.
The no common sense kind of fuck up.
Yeah.
All right.
Which is weird for somebody who's entrusted with this responsibility.
It is, yeah.
I'm a little freaked out right now. Bill, give me your gun.
I have heard that the job tends to attract people who don't want to be around other people that often.
True. Yeah, that's a good point. They're out in the woods for a reason, right?
Yeah.
Away from other people.
Squirrel watching, man.
Okay, so you guys get back, and it's like, and Bill looks over at you, Cecil, and says, "So great to see that you're all well. I mean, this is fantastic. Hopefully this will continue. And hopefully I can, and I also hope I can get somebody on the radio. I really would like to get you checked out."
I really appreciate it. There's your treatment was amazing. There's something in that IV, I tell you. But I think a lot of it may have just been residual shock. I have never been, pierced with a space rock before. So
Brian, we lost your visual.
Yeah, your camera.
yeah, I think that there's some kind of connectivity issue, unfortunately.
So,
Yeah.
so Cecil. So yeah, Bill says. So Cecil, do you think that you feel well enough for you all to continue on your journey? I mean, you still have a half a week left.
So, did you not reach anybody?
I couldn't yet. I was going to try again, but
Don't you
I mean,
have
he
a
looks fine-
special
he looks-
phone specifically to call for help?
no, I just have this radio. Usually
Don't you
it's
have
not
a
a problem.
special? Who are you trying to reach on it? Like, that's what I want to know. You're the ranger. If people need help, you're the one who's supposed to know how to get them help. So,
Oh,
what,
yeah, normally I can, but the radio, for whatever, I don't know if it's an atmospheric issue or what, but I just can't pick up anybody on the radio.
Maybe that meteor shower, put things on the fritz.
Oh, maybe. So you guys are more than welcome to stay here for the night, or since Cecil seems so much better, you could continue on your trek and hit the trail.
can I suggest that we take our break at this point while Brian deals with the tech issue?
Oh, yeah, sure.
And then, because we're at a pause anyway, or at least a
Yeah.
decision point.
I always forget to call breaks.
Well, it's
So,
it's
yeah,
a little
that's a
early.
great-
We try to hit it around 10 Pacific, but yeah.
Yeah, that's a great point to do it. Yeah.
All right. Well, everyone will be back in 10 minutes. Hopefully, we'll all be in the woods by then, and we'll we'll see you then. Thanks for watching. I'm having a blast so far. Welcome back. I promised you woods, and behold, woods. All right. So, Scotty, I believe you were asking if we wanted to continue our hiking trip.
Yeah, Bill wants to know if you want to continue the hiking or you want to stay here and see how Cecil does, or let me try to get hold of somebody on the radio. Hopefully it clears up.
I don't know. I feel like if Cecil's up to it, we should probably hike back to our car and just take him straight to a hospital rather than wait for someone to come to us. Unless, of course, they could fly a helicopter in here in like 30 minutes.
Yeah, you don't think they could.
I know, Cecil, that you're feeling okay today, but last night you were passing out unconscious sick. I don't think continuing the trip is something we should take seriously as an option.
Okay, so I mean, Bruce has that kind of authoritative energy that's very hard to ignore. So cool, Bruce. I mean, what do you think we should do instead if we're going to be stuck here for a little bit?
Well, are we stuck here, or can we just get back to the cars? Right? If you're feeling good, we can march. We can hike, but we can hike back.
Ah, I mixed up what you were saying.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like a 2.5 day hike.
Oh, we're that far out? Oh, I didn't realize that.
The time flies when you're having fun with friends.
Because this was like a week hike. Right?
Okay.
So you're gonna go to the end of the trail, and then like someone's gonna pick you up and like take you back to your car.
Yeah, I don't know. What do you think, Gretchen? Should we stay here and wait for a doctor or something, or should we try and make the hike back to the cars?
Well, maybe we can wait one more day and see if we can't get someone on the radio.
Yeah.
That might be advisable, Bill says, yeah.
Might be able to get some help out here quicker than we could get down out of here.
Yeah.
Yeah, whatever the case, any option that's not hike 5 more days is probably better than that option.
Yeah, you notice when Bill puts the shotgun back, he has like the key around his neck in his hairy chest.
The key to the ranger station or to the weapons locker?
The key to the gun cabinet.
Okay.
It's got it on a necklace. Okay.
Yeah.
He told us that for no reason, guys.
Yeah, absolutely. I try and sneak it off of Bill's neck while he's asleep.
Yeah. All
okay,
right.
so Bill, the evening presses on. Bill goes back into his office. Kind of the door is cracked. He's trying to get somebody on the radio, and the lights are low, and not much to do except sleep.
Yeah, well, at least I did bring a book to read, so that's good.
Gonna go to the bathroom for an hour and a half, apparently.
I'm just gonna,
I'm brushing my teeth and peeing. Leave me alone.
Oh my gosh.
I can't stop peeing.
But at least, we've got a toilet here versus, having to find a log or a tree, out in the woods.
Yeah, toilets are a convenience. I agree with you.
You were talking about burying our food. It's like, well, that's what we're supposed to do with our, our food once we've processed it.
Yep.
On a personal note, I actually have camped out in like the Boundary Waters. I've been out there like week and a half. I know how it goes.
Yeah.
For real.
I have been out as well. Listen, yeah, I think Bruce is just gonna sleep.
Okay.
Or at least try. He's probably up. He's probably awake from like midnight to 2, just thinking about mistakes he made 15 years ago. But then around those hours, he's gonna sleep.
Okay. So how about you, Gretchen?
I'm gonna stay up late reading a book. Yeah. So.
You pass out eventually?
Yeah, I get to that point where I'm like nodding off of the book and I've set it aside to go to sleep.
Okay. So yeah, the book's getting hazy. You kind of nod off, and I imagine you're kind of holding the book, maybe sitting in a chair, pass out. So as you do and lose consciousness, I'm going to ask you to disconnect your headset. Okay. So, Bruce,
Yeah.
you're awakened by something, and it's something wet and slimy on your face. And as your eyes flutter and pop open, you see a egg-sized gelatinous glob on your face, and before you can react, uh, it and it has these tendrils that push it into your mouth, and you're choking on whatever it is. So I want you to give me a avoidance save.
Does his athleticism help?
Does it?
Okay.
Does my athleticism boon help?
No.
I didn't think so.
So you can't take enough stress. You could take enough stress to make it work, but you would take a strike.
Yeah. I am definitely going to do that.
Okay.
Because just no. So if I take that strike, my stress resets, right? So I don't need
Yeah,
to
your stress resets.
worry about marking the stress. I just got to take a heart away. All right.
So this little blob is trying to crawl into your mouth. How do you dislodge it?
I think about my former fiance who routinely tried to strangle me in my sleep. And I sit up violently and twist as I go. That's before I realize it's actually a slime alien. I think probably I just induce vomiting and
Oh, I
push
see.
it out.
Right.
I just
Kind of gag it up.
and then I grab it and chuck it onto the
Okay,
ground.
since this has worked out the way it has, I'm gonna bring Gretchen back in. So
All right.
okay, Gretchen, you hear a noise that violently wakes you up, and as your eyes flutter open to see what the hell is going on, you kind of hear a crash. Bill is straddling your lap.
Jeez, what the?
And he grabs your chin like this, and he takes one of those crystals, and he's trying to shove it into your mouth.
Can we hear this happening?
Oh yes, you see this happening.
Okay, I'm gonna punch Bill in the head.
Okay, hold on before you do that.
Okay.
I'm trying to
Because you've just had your incident. So what happened? As you glance over, you see Bruce spitting something out, and something flies out of his mouth like about the size of an egg, and it's this green gelatinous blob, and it kind of splooges on the floor, and these tendrils immediately grow out of it like spider legs, and it pushes itself up and scurries off
lovely.
under the bed. Meanwhile, Bill is straddling you, holding you down, trying to shove this crystal into your mouth. So we're gonna do a contest, all right?
Okay.
So do you have any kind of strength or anything like that?
No, nope.
Okay, he does. So we're gonna do a contest to see who wins. All right. If we tie, it's a standoff. If I get the higher, I win. If you get the higher, you win. So I'm gonna roll. Oh!
I'm like, surely I can beat a 1. I'm like,
Yeah.
oh god. Oh.
So
Oh,
how do you get
excellent
out
work.
of this? How do you get him off you, or at least avoid this?
I assume my hands are kind of free.
Yeah.
As he's trying, I'm like, I kind of reach up real quick to grab it and I just kind of like rock back and forth really hard to try, and then just kind of like roll him off onto the floor while pushing
Okay.
like 1 foot up to kind of like pump myself up and throw my hip into him to boost him off.
Okay, cool. So he goes slamming off onto the floor. And Bruce, what are you gonna do?
Um, aside, is Cecil in the room with us?
Yes.
Okay. Is he awake?
He just woke up.
Okay. That's an aside. I am going to tackle Bill and
Okay.
start punching him.
Okay, cool. We will do. Do you have any kind of strength boons or anything?
Oh yeah, I've got all the strength. Oh, it's on here.
All the strength.
I have the jock thing, so I'm
Oh, you have the
like-
jock. Okay,
boon to
perfect.
climbing,
so
running,
I'm
and
gonna-
jumping.
Okay, so you'll roll 2 dice, and I'll
All
roll
right.
2. We'll see who wins.
Up. Mess him up.
Oh, I got a 4.
I also got a
So we
4.
tied. So we're rolling around on the floor and like kind of a lock. No one's getting the upper hand yet, but we're smashing into furniture, yelling.
All right.
I'm gonna say, can I take my hardcover book and whack Bruce over the not Bruce, but Bill over the head?
Yes. But before you do, you see that the little blob thing has crawled up on the bed and springs off of the bed straight at your face
Lovely.
and misses, splats on the
Maybe.
wall like a
Okay.
wall walker, and then
Yeah.
kind of those tendrils kind of pop out again, and it pushes itself off the wall, falls down, and then scurries behind some kind of furniture.
Jeez.
So now what do you want to do?
Cecil, wake up! Help us out!
Yeah.
I'm
still help
fighting a
Bruce.
man here.
Such a jarring sequence immediately after my pizza-related dream.
Oh my god.
There's weird slime monsters trying to get in our mouths, and Ranger Bill is helping them.
Gretchen, do you want to try to hit Bill?
Yeah, I'm gonna like pick up my book because it's the only thing handy and whack him.
Okay, cool. Roll to hit. You need a 3 to hit.
Okay.
Please hit this.
Don't roll a
man.
1. Okay, you're good.
Yes.
All right, bam! You slam him. Where are you trying to hit him? Just knock him off of Bruce, or are you trying to? What are you trying to do?
I was say if he's like rolling around with Bruce at any time, like his head comes up, try and just kind of clock him over the head
Okay. It
or wherever. Yeah.
yeah. You hit him pretty good. A normal person, it should have. We just had a lightning or thunder. A normal person probably it would have like knocked them silly. Him, he still it didn't seem to even phase him. He's still like wrestling around with Bruce on the floor.
Oh boy.
And you see
look at
him
my
you
book.
see him grab another crystal out of his pocket.
It's the one he licked, isn't it?
And he lets out, when you hit him, he lets out an inhuman noise like
I knew he shouldn't have licked that damn thing.
This motherfucker.
When the opportunity comes, I will try and grab his hand to like anyway when
Okay.
the chance comes.
Okay, so Cecil, what do you want to do?
Cecil is, I think, by far just Bruce is clearly the best person at this kind of thing, and I think Gretchen is
yeah.
just way realer than Cecil. So like I feel like
Right. Cecil just shut down.
he just like blearily watches all this happening, and then he's uh-huh. And he just starts rummaging around while people are like rolling and aliens are jumping, and he just pulls the pizza iron back out because it's the only thing that's worked. The only thing that he's used before. And he runs up to the melee where everything is happening, and Bruce and Bill are rolling around, and Gretchen's just smacking this horrible alien screaming Bill. And then he swings his pizza iron at Gretchen.
At Gretchen?
Yes.
Okay. Roll to hit. You need a 3 to hit. Oh! Okay, Gretchen, you get an avoidance save of 6.
Ah, okay.
This isn't how this was supposed
Woo!
to happen.
Oh!
Cecil, what the hell, man? We're trying to help Bruce. What the hell?
We might just survive this night.
Sometimes, Gretchen, we need to see outside of ourselves.
Okay. Are there any... So, there are guns in the cabin. There are Bowie
Yes.
knives in the cabin. There's a hatchet somewhere. Are
Yes.
any of them in this room?
Yes.
Okay, what can I reach?
If you could just get loose of Bill, you could get to the hatchet. You can't reach it. It's out of your reach, of course.
Can I roll to get loose from Bill?
Oh, sure can. Yeah.
All right.
Let's roll another contest.
Yeah. Or if I see Bruce reaching for it, I'm like, oh yeah.
Fighting with
That's
books
5
and
for
pizza
me.
Oh, you broke free.
All right, then I'm going to grab that hatchet, and next time my turn rolls around, I'm going to kill myself a ranger.
Oh.
It was self-defense, officer, I swear.
You know, Bruce has always wondered what it's like.
Okay, so the squiggly thing leaps again. It goes for you, Bruce.
Of course it does.
Oh, that's a hit. Make an avoidance save. You could take a stress.
I'm doing it.
Okay. All right.
Very stressed.
It misses again, scurries back into cover.
Okay. So there's just one of these things running around right now, right?
It appears to be, yeah.
Okay, the one that was in my mouth.
Yeah, yeah. So Bill draws his gun.
Wait a minute. When I said which weapons are in reach, I was at the time grappling Bill. Why couldn't I try for his gun?
You didn't ask about it.
Okay.
Shoulder holster, man.
This is when I go for that hand, definitely. So.
All right.
So he holds it on you and says, "Put that hatchet down."
Don't think I will, Bill.
And you, Gretchen, get over to the wall. We don't want to hurt you.
He turn and aim the pistol at me.
Yeah, he's aiming. He's kind of switching between both of you.
Okay, yeah, I'll back up against the wall. Damn it!
We have to.
We don't want to hurt you.
We have to stay away from each other, Gretchen.
Yeah,
we can't let him train that gun on both of us at once.
Yeah, I back to an opposite, like the angled wall from.
Oh,
Bruce.
gotcha.
Yeah, that makes sense.
So he's like, "We don't want to hurt you. It'll be painless, right, Cecil?"
I feel like $1 million. Been saying it all day.
You'll be brothers and sisters with us. No more strife.
Oh,
no more late stage capitalism.
Bruce, you know that you're not happy at work. You know you're not happy in your relationships. There's an answer here in this wild space out in nature, and we found it.
Shut the
You,
fuck
me, and
up.
Gretchen.
You don't know what it feels like. The belonging. You'll
If
be
I
part of
wanted
something.
belonging, I'd move to communist China.
I get all the belonging I want driving those kids to and from school. Very fulfilled in my job.
They won't have to be indoctrinated.
You
They can
bring
be. We can all be part of the same family.
Indoctrination is the only thing that makes this country work.
Gretchen, you bring so much happiness to those kids. You bring them to their happiness every day. And this is another case where you can do that thing. Everyone should be allowed to share in this, including you.
Yeah, I'll tell you what, we'll cut it up into tiny little pieces and everyone get a piece.
Absolutely. He opens the pizza iron and it still has all the crystals in it. Just like grabs a big handful.
And Bill says it won't hurt. And he, as he's holding the gun, he reaches down, pulls his shirt out from his pants, and you see his belly button quivering. And he holds his hand down by his belly button, and the belly button squirts out a gelatinous egg. And he says, just swallow this. That's all you need to do.
Oh,
That
is that
came
all I
out
need to
of your
do?
body.
So
And he
if I
tries to pass
swallow
it to you.
that, I'll know peace, right?
Yes.
Well, maybe it is worth it. I'm gonna walk over to him.
Okay.
I'm gonna reach my hand out, and then I'm gonna try and catch him by surprise with a hatchet. Swinging
Oh,
his gun
nice.
hand. Swinging his gun hand.
Okay. Cool. I need a 3 to hit him.
There you go.
Oh.
5 and a 3.
Are you trained in melee?
No, I was just rolling that boon because of my jock aspect. But,
Okay. You'll have 1 die.
Okay, well, either of them would have hit, right?
That's true. Yeah. That's cool. Okay, so you hit his hand. He takes a strike, and he drops the gun.
I'll die for
Jackass.
that gun if I can. But
Why?
Because you suck.
Join us.
No.
All right. I'm gonna roll a die.
Sammy, buddy, chill.
Okay, Gretchen. The squiggly thing leaps at you again.
Oh, gracious.
Make an avoidance save.
That's 6, right? Here we
Mhm.
go.
You could use your oh shit die and re-roll it, or you could take 4
Yeah,
and take
let me
a
throw
strike.
the oh shit die out there.
Okay.
I forgot
Burn it.
about that.
Burn it now.
There we
Okay.
go.
Oh!
Woo! Yes.
It misses again. Then the other egg in his hand also grows legs, jumps at you, Bruce,
Awesome.
and misses.
Oh. Okay.
It's trying to hit your face. That's why it has to roll a 5.
Copy that. Okay. So I've still got the hatchet.
Mm-hmm.
I think. Yeah, it's got to be Bill. Bill's the biggest threat. I think I'm gonna try and kill Bill.
Kill
Yeah,
Bill.
We're still gonna try and dive and grab that gun off the floor.
Oh
Okay,
yeah.
the gun is spinning on the floor.
Yeah, Gretchen was gonna die for that.
Yeah. All right, roll to hit. Need a 3.
Roll.
Oh! You could take a stress and try to roll a crit.
Yeah. Yeah. It's probably a bad decision, but I'm making it.
Ah, you
Oh, well.
could take 2 stress and make it two strikes.
If I take
That would
2
be 3
stress,
though. That would be 3, and you would lose a strike though.
and then I'd also gain another stress after that, because
Yeah,
I'm not gonna do that.
not gonna do that. Okay, okay. You slam into him with a hatchet. He squeals with pain, but he's still going.
Bleh.
All right, Gretchen, are you gonna try to get the gun?
Yeah, I'll die for that.
Okay, as you dive for it, he tries to kick you to keep you away, and he misses.
Sweet.
You have the
You,
gun.
I don't think these things are as good for you as you say they are.
Uh, all right. While you're on the floor with the gun, the squiggly comes after you, Gretchen.
Yeah, this go to.
It misses. And the other squiggly leaps at you, Bruce.
Okay.
Oh, it hit.
Do I get an avoidance?
You do. Ah!
There it is. So
I
far,
bike 50 miles every morning
luck is on our side so far. Yeah.
So
in
you
upsettingly small shorts.
while this thing is pulling itself off the wall, do you want to hit it with the axe, or do you want to try to finish off Bill?
I gotta hit Bill, right? Because I feel like Gretchen and I can handle the little slimy things better without Bill here.
Gotcha.
I'm gonna hit Bill.
Oh, that's a miss.
Someday I'm gonna hit Bill.
Okay.
I'm distracted from being a badass with the slime ball.
All right, Gretchen, what do you want to do?
From the floor, I kind of roll over and take an aim at the ranger. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I'm sorry. Before you go, I'm gonna ask, I've been kind of skipping Cecil here. What do you want to do, Cecil?
Canonically, Cecil's been watching this fight go back and forth
Yeah.
for quite some time. And while I
it's
think
not
that
going great for your side, right?
it's not going great for my side, but I also think that Cecil has a way that he tackles, interpersonal conflict, and that is with aggressive counseling. So he is just using his cheerlead aspect
Uh-huh.
for Bill, and just letting him know, like, this is really important. Like, you need to spread the love outside of this cabin. It can't stay out here. I suspect that the alien and Bill is really wondering why the hell he got saddled with Cecil. But Cecil does one thing well, and by God, he's gonna do it for the aliens.
Yeah. It makes sense, right?
So you get a boon at whatever I'm allowed to give you a boon to.
You're alien, but you're still you're still you. Okay. Okay. So yeah. Go ahead. Go ahead, Gretchen.
All right. From the floor, firing up at the ranger.
Oh, that's a hit.
Yeah, it is. With a
He's like,
gun.
oh, oh, oh. He falls over, unmoving.
Do we need to put a stake through his heart, or how does this work?
That's when one of the squiggly jumps at you, Gretchen.
I'm kind of, yeah, I was going to say, after firing that gun, I'm like, "Whoa." Yeah.
Okay, it hits. Make an avoidance save.
That would make sense. Yeah.
Okay, that's not a success, but you could take 2 stress.
I'll take 2 stress.
You
Okay.
gotta.
All right, it misses.
Okay.
All right, Bruce.
I would like to summon all of my quadruple divorcee gym teacher rage and punch the fucking guidance counselor in the face as hard as I can.
Okay. You need a 3 to hit.
5.
Oh. Are you going for a knockout blow?
Yes, I would like to knock out Cecil for the sole reason that I met him before and I hadn't met Bill. Bill dies and Cecil gets knocked out.
Okay. All right, Cecil. Make an avoidance save.
You know, Cecil, despite the species separation that now is between them, Cecil sees the pain in his good friend Bruce and knows that he needs to let it out. He takes it.
Cool. Okay. So you have taken 1 strike, and that's a KO strike. So that's not a killer strike. That's a knockout strike.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So the squiggly leaps at you, Bruce, and misses.
Squishies.
3 minutes of jump rope twice a day.
Okay. So Bruce, what are you gonna do?
I think I will take this opportunity to stomp on the squiggly.
Okay, you can do that. It's still pulling itself off the wall. So but you do need a 5 to hit it.
Okay.
Because it's small and fast. You could take stress.
Nah, not worth it.
Okay.
Someone else
All
can
right,
kill this thing.
So you
Someone
slam
else
your
can
foot
do
into
that.
the wall, but it pulls itself and drops behind the bed.
Yeah, but I stay there for a second anyway, just to show off how high I can kick.
Okay.
Because I don't look like it. I'm an old 50, but I can do it.
So Gretchen, what do you want to do?
I'm still freaked out again, having shot the gun, never really having done that. I'm like, I don't know what to do next. For a moment, I look around and I see the little squiggly thing. I will try and shoot it, but it's not. I doubt it'd be a good shot. Yeah.
Okay, you need a 5 to hit it. Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm like shaking.
Right. It leaps back at you. Oh! All right, make an avoidance save.
Oh, Lord.
You want to take those 2 more stress?
No, because I'd take the hit for that. So yeah, I'll just take the hit.
Okay, cool. All right.
It is just taking a hit, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay,
Just
it's
take
not
1 strike. Yeah.
It's not getting possessed. All right.
No. Okay. So.
Guess it
So
would have
Cecil.
cleared my. Never mind. That was bad.
Are you just gonna kind of stand there and let them do what they're gonna do?
Well, I believe I was hit with a knockout punch.
I didn't knock you out.
Did it
a
give me a
third of the
fright?
way knocked you out.
You're a third of the way knocked out. You're dazed.
Ah.
You could let yourself be knocked out if you want.
Does the real Cecil have any say in the matter?
Yes.
Yeah, he's going to let himself be knocked out. I think possessed or not possessed.
Okay.
Up against Bruce with an axe and a gun, I think he
Right.
the odds are.
This might be the best way to go, right?
All right. Well, then Bruce will take another swing at. No, you know what? If Cecil's just chilling, I think I should swing at the slime ball again.
Well, Cecil basically passed out.
Oh,
you clocked him and he passed
I
out.
thought he was waiting for me to knock him out.
You've only
Hit
broken
me
one
right
side. Come on.
He had the choice of taking more strikes or just letting, and he decided to let you. You just clocked him and knocked him out. Yeah.
I misunderstood. Then yeah, I'll squish the bug.
Okay. All right.
5.
Oh, you got it. It kind of sputters and steams and turns into that kind of jelly-like material
Okay, Gretchen,
that you
how do
saw
you
earlier.
feel about arson?
Right now, I'm feeling pretty good about it.
Okay,
I'm
yeah.
gonna hand the gun. I'm like, Bruce, take this from me.
We need to burn down this forest, starting with the ranger station.
All right. Well,
Let's get the guns
let's get
first.
the key. Yeah, let's get the key off Bill and get those shotguns. They may be better at blasting these things.
Yeah, and I'll get the guns. Do you mind tying up Cecil?
Yeah.
Actually,
I can do
let's
that.
both tie up Cecil, just in case.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so we're gonna tie up Cecil, get all the weapons, any food, and then just set this ranger station on fire once Cecil's outside with us.
I'm gonna leave all of the meteor fragments there.
All of the meteor
Ready to-
fragments
Okay.
there.
Okay.
Yeah. And then we will start the 2-day dragging of Cecil back to the cars.
Okay. Okay.
So-
So as you're pulling Cecil from the cabin, and it starts to catch fire, I can imagine you're kind of watching this happen, right? And at a safe distance,
Yeah.
and you hear an engine sputtering, and up the trail comes like a large quad
Okay.
with a guy on it, and he says, "Oh my God, what happened here?"
A whole lot of shit. Who are you?
I'm Bob. I came to help. Ranger Bill called me on the radio.
Ranger Bill's dead. That's unfortunate. This
Oh my
man
God, what
here.
happened?
Hard to explain. How many movies have you seen?
But I'm here to take you back
Okay.
to safety.
If this man here, I'm going to point at Cecil, were to tell you, hey, you should really swallow this glowing green rock, what would you say to that?
I probably wouldn't do that.
Good enough. Let's get in.
Okay, so as you drive off down the bumpy trail in the wagon in the back, the credits, the creepy music rolls, and the credits roll. The creepy music plays and the credits roll, and the camera like pulls in, and you see a strange look on Bob's face.
Damn it, Bob.
And then the movie ends.
First chance he gets, he's going to untie Cecil, and we'll have to knock him out again.
The meteor people have already taken over the town.
We were the last, but being out in the woods, we were the last ones hit, actually.
Yeah, the thing did get away.
Yeah.
It went up into the woods.
Yeah, that's why I thought we should burn the woods down on the off chance.
Nuke it for more, that's the only way to be sure, right?
Yeah,
That's the
absolutely.
only way to be sure.
Well, we did
All
pretty
right.
good. There was never any way to
you
live.
survived. That was awesome. I thought, yeah, when you woke up and that thing is in your mouth, I'm like, oh my God, he is so gonna get possessed. He's so gonna get taken over. Yeah, you did great.
Yeah,
that
how
was
did you
awesome,
manage
guys.
to overcome that? Yeah.
Great role playing all around.
I'm sorry the dice screwed Cecil over.
I don't know. It didn't. There were a lot of choices that were just like role play choices. You know, it's like you could take a lot of strikes and then or you could take a lot of stress and you'd be okay. Somebody's got to get hit by this exploding rock. Like, let's,
right.
let's see what happens.
Wait, so I know I'm going to be playing it back tomorrow, but what happened when you went to the bathroom?
Yeah, I was like, I missed out on both those bits, but yeah.
Yeah, you did. I know. I felt bad for you, Mia, because
Oh
it was
no,
like, oh, I
no,
didn't
I'm
know he
all
had
like
the same rhythm.
FOMO, no.
So one of those was Scotty was talking to me, and you can obviously play that one back. Another one was me texting him behind the scenes. So I will divulge, but only with Scotty's permission. Uh, but yeah, so first one, he explained to me what was going on, and that I had certain volitions in terms of where I planted my little alien bomb.
Okay.
And then mine was like, well, I have Bruce, who's like the paranoid antisocial main character in some fringe horror movies, basically watching my every move. The only privacy I have is in the bathroom. And, my real world plumbing knowledge came in handy, and I was just like, planting that sucker in the toilet tank.
He also knew that Bill was one of them.
Okay.
Yeah, I told him that Bill was one of them. Yeah, and he would protect him.
When Bill was an action hero and couldn't get the job done, I was just like,
Yeah.
I'm doing the math on what it's going to take for these little babies to get. I mean, it's watching the chest bursters in Alien, like, or the face huggers. It's like, if they don't get that initial ambush, the danger goes down significantly.
Oh, totally. Right. Exactly.
So
Yeah,
by the
I
time
always-
Cecil, oh, go ahead.
I was gonna say, I always say that about Alien. Everyone's always talking about how the xenomorphs are these like superior beings, but they're actually not. Like, if they hadn't caught the humans in very specific circumstances, they would have been toast. Like, you have to get them. They have to get you like in a dark room where none of your technology will help you, and then they're
Right.
then they're really dangerous. I wrote a whole article about this once. Like, they have acid blood. You know what solves that problem? A spear. You just stab them from a distance.
Reading those books now, there's some pretty interesting ideas going on there.
Yeah.
Well, I think the argument always was like, the original one was dangerous on a spaceship,
Right.
and then the first movie is just a horror sci-fi movie,
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
and the second movie they have a planet to bleed all over and
Right.
a team of army guys, and it becomes more like a gruesome
action horror.
sci-fi.
Yeah.
Yeah, action horror, sure. Yeah, but I think the second one also is very specific circumstances in that the xenomorphs outnumber the humans by hundreds to one, and the space marines are morons and blow all their ammunition on nothing.
Oh yeah.
So I think anytime you're trying to have like man versus nature, you got to give nature something. Like if you give
Right.
if you have all the technology, then it's like, well, sure, it's this
Right.
cool monster, but I have a machine gun and a quarter-mile of distance on it, and
Right.
That was my exact argument, because the point I was specifically arguing against is, I think in the fourth one they're like, it's the most perfect organism because it takes, it infests you and then it takes your best traits. And I was like, what it took from humans in the fourth one was lighter skin color so it can't hide in the dark anymore, and live birth when previously it had been able to lay eggs by the hundreds that would lay dormant for decades, and instead it now does live birth one entity at a time. It's like, that's way worse.
Yeah. Well, it's humans for you.
But like, you take a bear or a wolf or any earthbound predator and put them in a situation where humans have to fight them hand to hand, and they win. That doesn't make the xenomorph special.
What I liked about the second one, if you watch the extended version especially, they give you a little bit more like,
Oh, totally.
clarity.
You got to see the extended version. Yeah.
I'm not sure.
I mean, I'm a big favor of theatrical versions because they get the pacing right. So
Yeah.
like I've read
That is a good point.
Sometimes.
Yes. Yeah.
Well, like I read the Stand extended version, and it was just like, I liked a lot of it, but the pacing was brutal, and I was like screaming at Stephen King for the last 150 pages. I was just like, just End the story. It's done. Like, why are we still here?
I struggled through that one myself.
And
Right.
so, like, I respect the theatrical viewing. I think that's probably the way to start. And then once you've enjoyed it the first time, you know what everything's going on. And
Yeah.
the extended version is just bonus candy.
Right.
And in Aliens, they show you some stuff from the colony before it gets taken over, and
Yeah.
you're like, the reason the xenomorphs got hundreds to one is because it was a densely populated, like, quasi-urban space, and they got to take people one at a time when people weren't noticing.
Yep.
Right.
There you go.
Cool.
Yeah.
Anyway, I've ranted about aliens enough. We're still
Fair.
streaming.
Oh.
I was like, okay, so what happened in the bit where I missed the second one? I mean, how did Bruce get away with, the whole mouth filling slimy blob?
He made his avoidance save.
He did make, yeah, okay.
Yeah.
I was
'Cause
watching
it
the
just tried
dice
to go in
roll
his
and
throat,
it's like,
right? He tried to crawl in his throat, and he made the avoidance save. So.
okay, yeah.
Yeah, I took the stress for that.
Yeah.
I feel like the beasties could use a little bit of buffing, especially if they get people if they get the drop on people like that.
Yeah. But if they would have rolled a 1 on the avoidance, nobody rolled a 1. Nobody rolled really
That's fair.
horribly. I mean,
The dice were spectacularly.
all it takes is one failure, and then they swallow that thing, and then they're infected. You know what I'm saying? It's like
The
there's
dice
no
were
3 strikes or
spectacularly on my
nothing of
side.
that. It's like you swallow it. It's just like the dice were not favoring me, and they were rolling great.
For sure.
So
I was impressed by
that's part of the game, though. So
I was impressed by Bruce Kincaid pulling a Bruce Campbell and
yes, Bruce Campbell. Yep.
This guy seems like he shouldn't be prepared for this eventuality, and yet
Right.
When in fact, it's the only eventuality he's ever been prepared for. Bruce has no friends outside of work. He doesn't speak to his family. All his wives hate him. But the one thing he's got is physical fitness.
All right, damn it.
50 going on 32.
There you go. But like
So, guys,
everyone who spends
that's
all their time out in the sun yelling at preteens, he's very weathered and looks older than he is. So you wouldn't believe how spry he is.
Yeah. Well, thanks everybody for playing. And if the thing would have stung another person, we could have had 2 players that were infected. You know what I'm saying? And it might not have just been 1 player, right? It might have been 2. So
yeah, the dice were definitely
what I'm saying.
saving
So the
Bruce and
the
Gretchen,
combination
for sure.
of
Yeah.
the luck, your guys' luck, and my bad luck, and your good luck, and made a difference. Because what if there was 3 of them? There were Bill and like 2 other of you guys, and there's only 1 person left.
Oh man.
I think if they'd gotten Bruce, it would have been a very different game.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
If Bruce would have been infected, right?
So Scotty,
Gretchen's like running in the woods. Like,
had all of us, if all of us had been hit by the shrapnel, would we all have been taken over right away, or would it have been a different game at that point?
Yeah. I wouldn't have had you all taken over immediately. I would have, like one of, I would have done something where one of you at least wasn't infected.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Well, like I predicted, we're getting out of here early. Not as early as we would have without my aliens rant, but thanks for watching. Good to see Meredith
everybody
in the chat all night. Tomorrow night, Cyberpunk Red is back at the in-person game, and we'll see you then. Good night.
Thanks for joining us.